Hey YouTube, this is Zabuza bringing you a Gen 2 battle. Looking at my opponent's team, it is a serious threat. This guy has got the top tier threats of the threat list on his team. Murkrow, Munchlax, Axew, Clamperl. Those things are the top of the top. And even though they're not on the threat list, Joltik and Riolu are quite famous hitters themselves. So I don't think I need to explain to you guys that this is going to be an extremely difficult battle. But why tell you when I can show you? This battle is against DBZMarioGeno. We decided to set it up through a YouTube, YouTube PM. I'm going to send out Stroblus first turn, my Pineco, as he sends out his Munchlax, but then switches into his Axew, his Hax Jr. As I'm just going to go ahead and set up a Stealth Rock. And while he's going to try and set up, I'm going to go ahead and set up my own Trees Hazards. And I'm not fearing this thing because I am a massive defensive wall. But as far as I see that substitute, I'm going to go for Payback because I am not going to let him get behind a sub. I'm telling you right now, he can set up all the Dragon Dances he wants. I'm not letting him get behind a sub. So I'm going to go ahead and set up some spikes as he finishes me off with a couple of Outrages. And here I'm just like, whatever, just send in Dirtbed. All those Dragon Dances mean nothing now. As he goes for Outrage, and it does a lot. And I remember that Mold Breaker hits through unaware. Crud, I just wasted Dirtbed. So down goes Dirtbed, and I'm going to have to send out Flashlight. And I'm pretty sure I can take a hit because I am Eviolite, which I do. I take it with like 6 HP left. So I go for an Agility, and next turn I'm going to take it out with Ice Beam. So down goes Axew, a major thorn in my side, and it already took out 2 of my Pokemon. So he sends out Yesilb, maybe? I think that's how you say it. His Munchlax, and goes for a turn, and he forgot to set his friendship values. So I guess that's kind of lucky for me. Although it doesn't matter too much in the long run. So I'm going to switch out from my Flashlight. I'm going to go into my new member, my Cubby Bear, my Teddy Ursa. And he's just going to go for Sleep Talk and get a Curse up, which means I'm not going to be able to take this thing down with the close combat anymore. So I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock, or not Stealth Rock, a Swords Dance instead. So that way I can probably take it out with just one hit. He's going to go for Sleep Talk again and get another return. And I gotta say, this really screwed him over not setting his friendship values, because he probably would have taken out my Chinchou and definitely would have taken out Cubby Bear. So I go for close combat. I get a crit, but I don't think it mattered. I'll put the calcs in the annotations. And I take him down. He goes into his Riolu for Ubers, and I'm not sure what to expect from this thing. I go into my Black Mage and Bulk Up. Yep, this is my set. So, looks like I'm going to have to take it down. So, I've already devised a strategy. Going to go for Shadow Ball. He's going to go for Crunch. I know he's going to go for Copycat, which means I should switch into my Houndour to take the resisted hit. But, because Balto has such bad defense, and he gets a defense drop, I am not comfortable leaving Balto in to get crunched again, because there's a chance he could get taken out. So I'm going to go into Flashlight just as Death Fodder as he goes for Drain Punch. Which, just to avoid that Copycat thing, I'm going to go into my Black Mage and go for another Shadow Ball. And I get a special defense drop, but it's really not relevant, because he takes me out with a Crunch and down goes Black Mage. So I'm going to go into Balto, and I'm going to go for Fire Blast here. So now I'm going to just kind of feeling this out. He goes into his Arceus 2012, the Clamperl. As I go for a substitute, because I'm expecting him to Shell Smash, but he didn't, he just went for Surf. And I'm thinking that if it's got Deep Sea Tooth, not Eviolite, I can probably take it out with the Dark Pulse. And I do. I don't know if it was min or max damage, but I am fairly offensive, and I think that was just enough. I go for Sucker Punch because I was expecting him to go for Brave Bird or something and just to KO me. But turns out he's just going to go for Roost for some reason, and then Mean Look. I don't quite understand. So I go for a substitute anyway, and then I see it, Perish Song. But I'm down to 3 HP anyway, so I'm going to take myself out, so I don't really care about the Perish Song. Here I get the burn, and because of this burn, it's not going to be able to last about a turn longer than it would have usually. He goes for Roost to rest off to get the damage off, as I just go for another Fire Blast to take him down. He's going to switch into his last Pokemon, his Joltik, he named Charge Stone, and this next hit will tell me if it's actually Scarfed or not. I go for Fire Blast, it takes it out, and if it's Scarfed, I'd have to figure out something for the rest of my team. Thanks for the fun battle, DBZMarioGeno. Let's get to the talk of the day. Today's talk of the day, I've got a message from a friend of mine, MegaKeldeo. He and Arcena are holding another tournament. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description for the details. It's a multi-man tournament where people enter in teams. And it just so happens that my team is looking for someone who can play Ubers. So if you guys are interested, send me a PM and we can discuss it then. So that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge.